The ash is coming! Run!
I wake up choking,
Help us, Jupiter,
not from a
save us!
Out
nightmare,
of the city!
from dust. Fine grit coats my tongue like sand, and every breath feels stolen. I blink hard, my eyes burn. Shapes sharpen into a narrow Roman street. Painted walls, shop signs, a bread oven smoking like normal life still matters. Then I look up. The sky isn't blue, it's brown and boiling, rising in a towering column so tall it looks like it's punching through heaven. People are running, not in one direction, in every direction, the way you run when you don't know what's hunting you. An old man grabs my arm, ash tangled in his beard, shouting a word I don't understand, but I understand his face. Run!
Run! Save yourselves! We have to go!
And above the screaming, above the panicked footsteps, I hear a sound like the earth tearing cloth. Because this isn't a story about a volcano, it's a story about time, and how fast it turns humans into fossils.
It's all right, we're almost safe. Just a little further.
I don't have a phone. I don't have a map. I have a heartbeat hammering in my throat and a city trying to pretend it's fine. A woman shoves past me with a baby wrapped tight. A man drags a wooden chest like it contains his entire life, because it does. The dust thickens. It's not soot from a fire, it's volcanic ash, falling with a strange, relentless weight. And then my brain catches up to my eyes. Latin on the walls, Roman sandals, a fountain spitting water like nothing has changed. Pompeii, a Roman city near Naples, at the foot of Vesuvius, year 79. If history is right, I'm standing inside one of the most famous disasters on Earth. And here's the terrifying part. Most people around me don't know they're in a famous disaster. They think this is a bad day. They still believe the mountain will calm down. That belief is the first thing that kills you.
Make way for the senator!
Most disasters don't start with destruction. They start with denial. Vesuvius has been quiet for so long that, to these people, it isn't a volcano. It's just a mountain. Vineyards, good soil, a place you build a life and assume the gods will leave alone. But the ground has been warning them. Small earthquakes, shaking cups, cracks in plaster. The kind of signs humans label normal because admitting the alternative costs too much. I feel another tremor, short and sharp, and the crowd reacts like a single creature. Heads turn, people freeze. Then they do the most dangerous thing. They copy the calmest person nearby and pretend it's nothing. Ash continues to fall. If you breathe it, it scratches your throat like glass powder. I tear a strip of cloth and press it over my mouth. A boy points at the sky like it's fireworks. His mother yanks his hand down and forces his face into her shawl. Here's the first lesson Pompeii teaches. When a threat is new, humans don't run. They negotiate with reality until reality stops negotiating back. By late morning, the ash column grows into something monstrous. People will later describe it like a pine tree, a tall trunk of smoke with a spreading canopy. One Roman eyewitness, Pliny the Younger, watching from across the bay, will write about it because he's horrified and fascinated at the same time. But here inside the city, you don't have the luxury of words. You have lungs, you have streets, you have minutes. The ash isn't drifting gently, it's falling hard, piling up on roofs and in doorways. And ash is not soft, it's crushed rock, it stacks like wet sand. Here's the mistake people make. They go indoors thinking, walls equal safety. But the longer you stay under a roof, the more the roof becomes a trap. Tiles crack, wooden beams groan, and the city does something worse than panic. It splits into two types of people. Those who move early, and those who wait for proof that waiting is dangerous. Midday arrives and Pompeii stops feeling like a city. It becomes a test of choices under pressure. The ash thickens, and then it changes. Pebbles start to fall too. Hot stones that sting like angry hail. People scream as fragments bounce off shoulders and scalp. A roof collapses 2 streets away with a boom that makes everyone flinch. That's when survival rules become brutally simple. Stay under roofs too long, and you get crushed. Run blindly, and you get lost or trampled. Stop to gather wealth, and you trade time for objects that won't save you. And humans, being human, still bargain. I watch a man shove coins into his mouth like he can swallow security. I watch another drag a statue of a god through the street as if the god is lighter than fear. Then, a deep roar spreads through the air. Not a single explosion, but a continuous sound like the mountain is breathing. I look up. The towering column begins to tilt. And this is where most videos end with, "And then it erupted." But the tilt is the real plot twist. It means the eruption is changing phase. It means the sky isn't just falling anymore. Something faster is about to come down the mountain.
We have to get out. The roof is falling.
This is the moment where you think, I would obviously leave. But leaving is not one decision. It's a chain of decisions, and each link snaps differently for different people. Option 1, hide indoors.
Help me, please.
It feels safe, it's familiar, and it kills you when the roof gives out. Option 2,
Keep moving.
run through the
for your
streets.
lives.
It feels heroic, and it kills you when visibility drops to nothing and panic becomes its own weapon. So I choose option 3, move with purpose toward open air, toward the edge of the city, toward the coast, where streets widen and you might breathe easier. I keep cloth over my mouth. I stay away from walls because walls drop tiles and tiles split skulls. I watch the crowd instead of the sky because crowds warn you before you understand why. And then I see her, a little girl, maybe 10, standing alone in the ash, calling for someone who isn't coming back. For half a second I hesitate, because disasters don't only test survival, they test who you become while surviving. I take her wrist. I pull her into the moving stream of people. Not because I'm brave, because time punishes selfishness in ways you don't expect. And as we reach a wider road, the air changes. It turns hotter, not summer hot, oven hot. Most people think Pompeii died under ash. That's only part of the truth. The real killer is what comes after the sky turns black, a surge of superheated gas and debris that moves like a fast, ground-hugging storm, so hot it steals breath before you can even scream. You don't need the scientific name to understand the reality. The birds vanish. The noise of the city dulls, like the world is being wrapped in cloth. And then, far up the slope, I see it. A gray wall spilling downward, swallowing vineyards and roads as if the earth itself is erasing evidence. It's moving too fast. Faster than a man can run. This is the moment every survivor wants, and almost nobody gets. A place to hide from heat that arrives like a sprinting shadow. I drag the girl beneath a thick stone arch near a bathhouse entrance. We press against the coldest stone we can find. I tuck her face into my chest so she breathes through my cloth. The wind slams into us. The world becomes darkness and burning grit. For seconds that feel like hours, Pompeii is not a city. It's a furnace that forgot it was built for humans. And then, silence. The most terrifying sound in a disaster is not screaming. It's the moment the screaming stops. Pompeii doesn't come back. It doesn't rebuild. It doesn't recover. It gets sealed, layer by layer, until it becomes a time capsule no one meant to create. Centuries later, people will dig and find bread still shaped in ovens, graffiti still clinging to walls, footprints in ash turned to stone, and bodies caught in the middle of ordinary decisions, frozen in shapes that look like they're still asking the air for mercy. And that's the part that should haunt us. They weren't stupid. They were human. They saw warnings and tried to fit them into normal life because admitting disaster feels impossible until the moment it becomes unavoidable. So if you take anything from waking up here, take this. Survival isn't about being fearless. It's about noticing early. It's about preparing before you feel ready. It's about choosing people over possessions when time is collecting its debt. Because history doesn't only tell us how Pompeii died, it shows us the exact moment denial dies and how expensive those final minutes can be.